So what about my people? A lot of people have been reaching out to me and saying that I am being biased. Why is it that I'm only talking about CMR situation, talking about World Dog situation, Apple and Jason situation, but I have never shined a light about Vybz Kartel murder case and has it on voice note that he actually did it. Now, if a lot of you have been following me for a long time from my previous page, you'll realize that I covered this situation before. But nevertheless, we will cover it again, and I hope what I'm saying makes sense and you guys can look into it. But before we get down tonight, I could just take a break and come right back.
Ready to discover your new favorite corner of YouTube? Let's dive in. Welcome to Say God No, your one-stop destination for everything awesome on YouTube. From jaw-dropping hacks and life-changing tips to hilarious moments and heartwarming stories, this channel's got it all. What sets us apart? It's the unique blend of content that keeps you coming back for more. Whether you're here to learn, laugh, or be inspired, Say God No has something just for you. Our community is buzzing with enthusiasm and we can't wait for you to join the fun. So if you're ready to level up your YouTube game, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Trust us, you won't want to miss a single moment. Thanks for watching and welcome to the Say God No family. Catch you in the next video.
Alright, big up on yourself, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, like what we are dealing with, hit the subscribe button, turn the post notification bell on. Because that's the only way you can get the latest update then what we make a post. You understand? Please leave a like and a comment down in the comment section. Yes, me I beg the views. Me not grow no corner, me not be like nobody else. Me I telling you me I beg the views because me I try to reach somewhere and achieve something. Alright, now back to the whole thing. Now, Vybz Kartel case, right? With Clive Lizard Williams and Vybz Kartel co-accuse them. Now, if you observe when Vybz Kartel case, the phone evidence, as what them say, is there. There's a key witness there, right? And on the phone evidence, it stated that Vybz Kartel, Clive Lizard Williams messed up with some shoes, which them classify as the popo, right? Vybz Kartel is upset about the situation. He called Sean Storm and he sent some voice note to Sean Storm and stated that, hey, me I gotta do this and do that if me not get back my shoes them. That's under the voice note. Now, let me just say this. A lot of times we have sent threat on phone, or we have called the person and sent threat, right? Or give somebody a message to give another person, which is a threat. But that doesn't mean that we actually do the crime. You get what I mean? Now, for one, there was no substantial evidence to show that Vybz Kartel actually commit this crime. You can agree with me. There's none. You understand? There's no body. There's no blood. No forensic evidence at all. There's none. Only thing they're basing on is the fact that Lizard is missing and the voice note is around and a key witness. That claim that he was sanctioned to be at the house because he was next in line to be discarded with. Now, I listened to that key witness carefully and his statement, and he stated that him escape, when him reach him escape, you understand, and run off, and Vybz Kartel them run off behind him to try to catch him. Now, while Vybz Kartel I try chase him, a dog bite Vybz Kartel and him have to turn back. So my question is this, right? Where was those other men that was chasing you alongside Vybz Kartel? Why is it that you have to turn back and assist Vybz Kartel to the hospital for that dog bite? Now, on the other hand, because if you think about it, I am being chased to be executed. So that means me not gonna stop at all. And if you're saying that there's other man that come for you and bring you on the side, where is those other man at that present moment? Why was it just Vybz Kartel alone chasing you? Why they didn't help Vybz Kartel? Why you turn back? That is about to be the victim. Why you turn back? That's one flaw that me see in the case already, right? Now, as a person that do editing, not just on YouTube videos, but music videos and all of these things, for one, I can take your voice and put it on something to make it look like you actually is the one that did it. You understand what I mean? Not saying that that is the case. You understand? With Vybz Kartel. But I am just saying that I could have done that. I can also move you from where you're at. For example, you're down in Mexico on the beach. I can move you from that beach and put you in on a beach in Florida. You understand what I mean? That's the level of technology right now. Now, if you notice, they ruled out the phone evidence. One of the key thing is because it was tampered with. Why was it in the police custody and not in evidence locked away? That's for one. If you is trying to get rid of me, you have evidence to prove that you can get rid of me for life. Why go tamper with it? That doesn't make no sense. Right? It doesn't make no sense. Another thing that I look at is the person that carries out that raid. Right? Because when they arrest Vybz Kartel, he was not arrested on a murder charge. No. It was that they find marijuana in possession, so they were gonna charge him for just the marijuana. When they carry him in, that's when they actually go on and say, all right, you are this we are gonna put on him now. Them come up with something. If you notice, it was not just one murder trial Vybz Kartel was on. If you remember carefully. You understand? And he beat those other ones. You get me? So they have been trying for a long time to get rid of Vybz Kartel. Now, if you listen to Paula Lewin last interview that she did, when they asked her the question, have you ever corrupted evidence to put away somebody for life? Her answer is yes. They do it a lot, thousands of times. She was asked again, have you done that in Vybz Kartel case? She denied the question. She did not answer the question. She deflected. So that tells me a lot that yes, they have done it. And that's one of the reasons why they throw out the phone evidence. It's not substantial anymore. You understand? Now, ex-police officer stated some things in an interview that he did. And this ex-police officer is the husband of Emily, one of Jamaica's finest journalists. She's the one that going viral on the viral video with Ninja Man. I'm going to play this clip and I'm going to hear what him have to say about this whole scenario. I'm going to listen carefully.
In terms of Mavado, he's moved on. Yeah. You know, he's a family man. Mm-hmm. He's got his kids. He lives a completely different life. I stay in touch with him. I see him from time to time when I'm in Miami. Mm. You know, and we'll have a chat. And that's good. That's how it should be. Unfortunately, the other guy didn't turn out quite so well.
No, he is.
But that's another story.
He is. He's reformed now.
He's reformed. No comment. So, we'll move on.
Has he talked, at least, do you have conversations with him about his current situation? Because apparently there's a warrant out for his arrest.
For who?
Mavado.
Yeah, I don't actually think that really exists personally. You took the one from Constant Spring. Yeah. I do not believe that is anything real because I understand his attorneys have made inquiries and there does not appear to be any substance to that at all. That's my view and my opinion, but I'm not in the police. They may know something different, but that's my information. Okay. So I'm certainly not speaking on behalf of the police, but I've spoken to him, I've spoken to others who I do know. And this is the thing, whether it's Mavado, whether it's Jashi or whoever, there are tendencies from some groups to try to tie them into things that they're not actually involved in. And I'm not being naive because I know that some of these guys, some of them have been bad and they end up either in prison, as we know, doing life for murder. And I don't mean just that guy, but some of the others. Yeah. One that my wife famously interviewed, Emily, and all of that. Right?
So basically, he is literally telling you that the system tried to put away Vybz Kartel falsely. If you listen carefully. And that's the same thing that they're trying to do with Mavado. Why Mavado is feared to go back to Jamaica. Remember, they tried to do it with Alkaline. Why Alkaline have to leave Jamaica? You understand? They tried to do it also with Dexter Up. Now, if you don't understand really about the system works this way. If I should leave America right now and I decided that, okay, I find myself with a bunch of money and I decided that, okay, I'm going back, get a few of my youths them, start help them out and structure them properly, start to develop my community. You know what they label me as? They're going to label me as a Dan for the community. You understand? If you don't believe me, remember when the plane crash at Jamaica, the one where Skillibeng sing about that the plane crashed with the coke. Remember, the guy that is there helping the community, that is developing the community, providing jobs, he is the one that they go after. Because that's how the system works. If you don't believe how corrupt the police system is, I want you guys to take a listen to this.
Constable Dwight Campbell, who works at the Kingston Central Police Station, says he is left with no choice but to tell his story about what he describes as victimization in the workplace. He believes he has been targeted because he spoke out about a fellow police constable who was working contrary to the law. He alleges that the constable was seizing motor vehicles without good reason.
His favorite offense is that the vehicles, the plates are obscured. And I'm saying if I can see it clearly, it cannot be that it's obscured. So you need to find another offense, but that one is not made out.
Constable Campbell says the policeman threatened to hurt him in the presence of an inspector.
His exact words were, "Me I go bust you up and go up a CIB, go sit down. This man is carrying a firearm. I am not."
He's a constable, you say, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He advanced towards me and had to be held by another police officer so that I wouldn't have been harmed. This is what I reported.
He says for the past 6 years, he has been facing victimization in the JCF because of another incident, but says it has escalated since he spoke out about the policeman's inappropriate action against a motorist.
I did nothing wrong. It was seen as an opportunity to create some animosity. I did what the law requires of me when treating with a threat, and then I went to court. It ended in my favor, and I was the one who is transferred to sit in a practical pigsty to work since the earlier part of this year.
Now, Constable Campbell says he was posted to work at a gate outside the main building under unsanitary conditions.
I was pulled into a meeting and told I must work at this section, which is unhealthy, as you can see. There's no electricity, there's sewage water running in front of it. It leaks when it rains. There's no furniture in here. The gate doesn't work, and I'm told I must do this duty of handling the public, to include checking for firearms and stuff like that. And I am supposed to be unarmed while I'm doing all of this.
Head of the Kingston Central Police Division, where Constable Campbell is stationed, could not be reached for comment.
All right. So now here, right? I hope this help you to get a better understanding of how the system works. And now, this is not just coming from the higher edge within the police force. This is coming way bigger. If you notice, have you ever seen a politician go to jail, no matter what they do? No matter what crime they commit? No, you're not going to see that. Because the thing is, ghetto people is not in parliament or in the politician role. You understand what I mean? It's only the ghetto people that they go for, that try to come out and elevate their life and lash out against the system. Remember, they tried to go after Bounty Killer. Remember, they go after Bob Marley. Bob Marley after run left Jamaica. You understand what I mean? If you don't know, go and do some research on that. They go after the people that is from the ghetto that's trying to come out to something to make better for themselves and lash out against the system. That's how the system works. So I am not going to sit here and say Vybz Kartel is all shine and dandy and he have never committed a crime. No, I am not going to do that because I have not been around Vybz Kartel. But one thing I can say, and any person with common sense or capital sense or whatever sense you want to say would realize that this evidence that they try to place on Vybz Kartel is not relevant. Because for one, if I am the prosecutor, right, I am going to ensure that the key witness statement that he give or she give, right, have to give me the hospital that him take Vybz Kartel for go get the dog treatment, the dog bite treatment. So me have to get that on file to prove that here we go on, this man is right, this man is telling the truth. He have brought Vybz Kartel to this hospital, and this hospital have logged the report that here we go on, they have treated Vybz Kartel for a dog bite. There was none of that. There was none of that. And if you listen carefully, when they took the case to England, right? And when they're talking about all of these things and ruling out all of these things, Paula Loon was shocked when they asked her certain things. Because she never knew, she thought that, Wagwan. You know what? We don't corrupt the case already. Jamaica done said this already. So since Jamaica system done said this already and buy into this, England are going to buy into the same thing. Not realizing that they're going to look deeper into things. You understand? Now, another thing again that I look at, right, is the fact that when Vybz Kartel did his retrial in Jamaica, if you recall and remember carefully, when they did the retrial, they stated that Wagwan, they're not granting them the freedom, but they're going to reduce their sentence. So if you have all of that evidence to showcase that Wagwan, I commit this murder, you sentence me to life in prison, right? Why take off a couple of years off of my sentence? If you say me guilty, you take off a couple of years in my sentence, but you still prison me. And you have no proof. So me personally can't buy into that evidence. Now with the CMR thing, he's been charged and in front of the judge. There's a witness which is the victim. You understand? Also, there's a baby monitor that placed in that child room. That child is almost, is a teenager. Why would you place a baby monitor in that room? That means you suspect something. So there's substantial evidence there. Now, with Apple case, they actually caught them on camera. You understand? With World Dog case, it's all over. It's all over. World Dog have been talking things out of his mouth. We have seen it. The back and forth. The threats. We have seen it with our two eyes. You understand? So there's a big difference between Vybz Kartel and them. There's a big difference. This is not just fight they're getting, you know. This is them putting themselves in that predicament. Vybz Kartel is getting fight, and it's not just Vybz Kartel, and I prove it to you guys. Bounty Killer, Ninja Man, if you listen to what the ex-police officer said, even Ninja Man, that they put away, they have corrupted evidence against him. Movado is the same thing. Alkaline, Dextered up, and we can go on and on. Why you think a lot of artists run away, leave Jamaica? Look what they tried to do even with Shaggy, that is trying to help back our country. They tried to rip him down to pieces. And this is how the system is in Jamaica. Look what they're doing to this police officer that stand up for the law. You see what happened? Because this is how Jamaica is. This is the system that has been created by politicians. So I cannot say that Vybz Kartel is guilty in this case, because there's no evidence to prove that he's actually guilty. And that is why the system have to pay heavily to Vybz Kartel. So I hope this answer all of you guys' questions that have been asking me about the situation, and I try my endeavor best not to be biased because I'm an artist. Me speak the truth and what is there. And if you don't believe me, go back and look it up for yourself. It's there.